Most people assume turbocharging didn't enter the American automotive industry until the 1980s. They're wrong. General Motors had introduced the world to this technology a full 20 years earlier, and they did it with a car nobody saw coming, the Corvair. In the early 1960s, America was dominated by big V8 engines and raw power. Every engineer in Detroit spoke the same language: bigger engine, more power. But a group of engineers at GM thought differently. The Corvair was already unconventional. Its rear-mounted, air-cooled six-cylinder engine stood in complete opposition to the American automotive philosophy of the era, and GM placed its boldest technological bet yet on this platform: turbocharging. Introduced in 1962, the Corvair Monza Spider was the first mass-produced turbocharged American automobile to leave the factory. There was no wastegate. That critical mechanism controlling turbo boost pressure was simply absent. Instead, a blow-through setup was used. The turbocharger forced pressurized air directly into the carburetor. Compression ratios were remarkably high by today's standards, and there was virtually no safety mechanism protecting the engine. And yet these cars worked, quite well in fact. This was less a triumph of engineering and more a triumph of sheer stubbornness. GM's engineers had brought to life a technology that nobody yet fully understood, armed with nothing but instinct and courage. And that's exactly where Don Yenko enters the story. The mark he left on Camaros and Novas today fetches millions at auction houses. But how many people know that Yenko ever touched a Corvair? Yenko took GM's turbocharged experiment and reinterpreted it through his own vision. He pushed the potential further, refined the setup, and permanently stamped these cars with his identity. Every Corvair that passed through his hands stopped being an ordinary car and became a small but brilliant piece of automotive history. But here's what makes this story truly mysterious. Production numbers were extremely low. Where the majority of these cars are today remains unknown. Some slept for decades in garages, some were lost in junkyards, and the trail of others has vanished entirely. GM stunned the world with turbocharging in the 1960s. Yenko took that marvel one step further, and those rare cars are still out there somewhere today, silently bearing witness to that history.